All right, so let's go for a drive, shall we? Got that on, lights on. Let's hit it. Really nice and quiet. I think this might be the quietest Land Rover we've ever built. Took a lot of effort to do that. But he's great. No vibrations, no rattling. Really love driving this one. Good old Charlie, I'm gonna miss him. Lights, parking lights. And just start in a second because they're so torquey. And we live in Florida, so everything's flat. DHL, what are you doing? Out of the road, buddy. We got a massive DHL truck in our way. I think I'll put it in overdrive. Now we would be starting in first all the time. Yeah, it's nice. Doing this, Charlie. There, you got it. Yeah, you can do it. Nope, guess not. Oh, and if anybody's wondering why it's rapid fire on the blinkers, that's intentional. So the thing is, there's LED compatible blinkers, and then there's incandescent bulb incandescent bulb relays, blinker relays, and depending on what your setup is, it takes which relay you should be using. But what I've found is, if you feel like you're going to be driving in a sort of a high-paced environment, a lot of traffic, I would prefer to have a fast blinker, just so people really notice this unusual truck doesn't react the same as everybody else would, so I really want it to be like obvious, really stand out. So yeah, I use a different relay than what the bulbs are. And I think that a lot of European cars actually have a very fast blinker for that reason as well. I'm pretty sure I've seen it in some countries like Spain. And I thought it was really smart. Right now I'm just driving over the island, the barrier islands of Sarasota, Siesta Key. Siesta Key is just such a lovely place to go for a little cruise. Maybe park down at Siesta Beach or Turtle Beach. A quick little tour around. Burn some gas. That overdrive makes a world of difference, though, by the way, for really having a long distance on your gears. You're not constantly like, oh god, like shifting traffic and constantly like trying to adjust all the time. You get a lot more range out of your gears with the overdrive, even in first. So a lot of people consider overdrive as a fifth gear. I really don't. Not really. I just consider it much bigger gears on all four gears. So Siesta Key got destroyed in the two hurricanes that flooded this island. I think Siesta Key was at least 4 feet underwater, like everywhere, kind of on average. Some places, because I had my girlfriend takes care of homes when people aren't away or aren't there, or are away on holiday or on their other season. And she was taking care of this one elderly woman, and she had scum lines on the doors up to like my shoulder. So I was like, okay, that's no joke. It's like almost 5 foot. So yeah, it's a real shame. And like about 10 days later, we had another hurricane with a couple inches more water flooding than the one 10 days before it. So a double whammy. It's really sad for a lot of people out here. Lost a lot of cars. Actually, one guy I was talking with about possibly restoring his Land Rover. It was a 109 station wagon, I think. I mean, I know, but yeah, destroyed his Land Rover and his other cars, and they moved out of state. So when you're a serious Land Rover and you catch up to cars in front of you, and you're like, get out of the way. Very atypical for a serious rover to match or overtake anyone. See how quiet it is in here. I feel like I'm shouting, but it's only because I think the camera is probably needing it. not that it's actually loud in here. I wish I could really open it up and show you the maximum, but I got to about 68 miles an hour and decided that was good enough, but that was probably it. 66, like early 60s should be like very standard. So if you guys have one of these series vehicles and you don't easily get to 60, you got some things you got to work on. It could be anything, anything. Brakes dragging, hub bolts or hub nuts just too tight, like hubs just get too much friction. Who knows, Drive shafts and differentials. Maybe you just need to change oil in the differentials and transmissions and things like that, By the way, I highly recommend, as far as engine oil, I highly recommend using Valvoline VRX1. It's a 2050, and it's for racing and classic cars. But it's just a nice. It's really good for classic cars. Oil pressure is just the way I like it, and yeah. And we're in a pretty hot environment, naturally, obviously, so yeah, maybe you want to change that if you're in cold environments all the time, but around here, yeah, that's a good one. Go ahead, kid. crazy is that we really didn't add that much insulation on things like we always would have on the doors. But yes, we always use a heat and sound deadening insulation on the bedroom side of the bulkheads. And that makes a world of difference. And of course the bottom of the floors and the tunnel over the transmission. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much it. Just secure everything nicely. Take your time. It does take like all day to like take the floorboards off though. It's nuts. Or on, actually. It's a lot easier to take off than on, but it's a pain. Especially if everybody knows like how hard it is to get that one worm gear kind of bolt for the high, neutral, low shifter up in that upper left corner. It's a real pain in the ass. But you can get around it. You can do other things like revolt it, but you need a friend typically to get those. just have like a very kind of lackadaisical attitude. With every storm, changes everything, and never really had surf again. It used to be pretty good. It used to be like head high at least. Alright, that's it.